Alright guys, time for review number 3. This time it's the Adjustment Bureau.
I know trouble's coming, you're so tired of running. I'm ready and believe it, you're the one I'm fighting for. I see you scared of breaking, with me you're gonna make it. You gotta know for sure, you're the one I'm fighting for.
Oh man, it's a good thing I had my hat on, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get through that door. If you've seen the movie, you get that reference. Not really anything to say about this movie beforehand, so let's go ahead and dive right in. First off, let's start about the acting. Matt Damon has come a good way. He was great when I saw him in True Grit, and he's become a pretty good actor. He does a good job of, in this movie, portraying an everyman who just wants to get back to the love of his life. And the girl actor, she does a pretty good job too. She does have a little bit of a dirty mouth, but only a little bit. And that's not really a problem, really. Plus, she has a British accent, and that's cool. I'm not going to fawn over her like, oh, she has a British accent. You know, it's cool. It works for her character. So, basically, good job on the acting for everybody who was involved. Now for the story. There are plot holes. And there were situations in the movie that could have been solved very easily. And they actually did end up getting solved the way that I wanted them to, but at the end of the movie. So I was like, well, we pretty much just wasted an hour and a half. But the story's a little bit frustrating in a bit. Just because things could have been accomplished so much quicker. Different things could have happened to make it a bit more interesting, but I guess for what it's worth, it was okay. It was an okay story. I'm sure they worked hard on it, but just the fact that in the first 30 minutes there was plot holes that could have been solved extremely easily and end up getting solved so easily at the end of the movie, I was a little bit perturbed by that. Although I do have to say that I did like the fact that this movie did do like future jumps, because at one point it jumped a few months into the future and then it jumped 3 years into the future, although I think that's out of order. But anyway, some people would call that a cop-out, but I kind of like it when a movie shows that kind of progression that quickly, and it has something to show for it too. Settings. For the most part, the settings in this movie were just a dreary, cloudy, kind of dark city, and I don't know about y'all, but I find that boring. I was happy when Matt Damon's character finally went out to the country to give a speech to people, because that was a bright, sunny, colorful looking place and I liked it. And then we went back to the dreary looking city. So settings are kind of a letdown in this movie, and settings are important to me. Finally, music. The music fit for the movie. That's all I really have to say. It was subtle enough to go with the movie at times, and then, you know, loud enough to go with the movie for its action bits. Nothing really memorable though, kind of standard action movie style. But, you know, I guess a couple of points for it being subtle at points too. So it's about time for me to give my final verdict for this movie. I was really looking for a really good movie when I went into this, but in all honesty, I got a little bit disappointed in the end. And I hate to say it, but I think this is the first time I have to give this movie something that's under a 6. I have to give this movie a 5 out of 10. It's a okay movie. If you see it and you like it, good for you. You're not a jerk, you're not a bad person, it's okay. I personally didn't really like the movie, but hey, you know, movies go for different people, so that's okay. Buy it on Blu-ray and DVD if you want when it comes out, or if you saw it once in theaters and you thought it was okay, that's okay too. And now it's about time for us to move on to the final review, number 4.